Hello everybody, my name is Mark. We're back with the blueprints, day 11. This is the same day as yesterday, same recording session, I guess, kind of. I took a break. I took a decent sized break. No, I didn't look at my homework. I refuse. School was only a few days ago, you know? I don't have to do my homework yet. Don't make me. Okay, this time we grab the allowance immediately. I like how the allowance spawned in. Y'all see that? I was looking for it the whole time. It's fun. Also, the fountain. Hey, it's still drained. I knew it. Seeing that, I mean, I only threw 2 pieces of gold down here, I feel like. Hey, so wait, if you can throw gold in here and then maybe save it up for later. Unless it goes all the way to the bottom and gets drained out, I suppose. What is this? The basement door is locked. There's a basement? You telling me there's a basement? How big is the basement? Alright, so it doesn't matter that we ended the run the way we did yesterday, because we would have gotten down there, got 2 gold, and wasted it potentially. Definitely go to the outer room and see what we can find. We don't really have any benefits going into this run other than Coat Check has an upgraded lockpick. And the commissary, I believe, will have a shovel. Actually, no, that's incorrect, because we had the commissary last time. Okay. I think we do shelter again. The problem with the shelter is you can't force a repeat. So do you just hope for repeat? Or do you hope for like a couple days in advance? That doesn't seem right either. Because we know the date now. Yesterday was November 16th, so today is November 17th. We try the shelter. I'm curious, because we have to set it in advance. What time is it now? I recognize this is wasting time going back and forth too. It is like 8:20ish almost. So I wonder if we could set it for 9, wait around. There is no downside to waiting. I've learned. That other night, I guess last night, I let the game run, and apparently there is a perpetual nighttime once the sun sets until you go to sleep. Also, I recognize we wasted a step doing that, but it's okay. As long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. November 16th, 17th, 9 a.m. confirm. And then there's probably no clock in here, right? Oh, I was pressing the button. It's like, why am I moving this direction? Because you're pressing the key. That's how that works. I don't want to waste more steps, so we're just gonna wait around for a little bit. Let's scroll through some of my notes here. So I could collate the pages of the music pages, but I only have 5 and 8 in addition to 1 and 4, of course, 1 through 4. I have the packing slip here, but that is just information about what the date is. I don't think any of that necessarily matters. I'm gonna keep it just in case. There's a name of K. Thompson there. I have a magnifying glass picture of a stamp here. I recognize there's another stamp on the envelope in the lobby. So we should examine that one because I think it's a different color. It's green. Looking at some of these crazy notes we found. I think it was in the study where there was like a chess piece. A queen on d8, black queen on d8. And then looking at the maps, I was actually talking with my friend about the maps. He wasn't revealing anything, but he's much further than me. And he says he is trying to learn about the maps, which is what I was trying to do too. And kind of implied that that's going to be important for much later. Or not very much later, but later for sure. Is this door gonna open? Did I do the date wrong? That's what the problem is. It's like hard to tell. For 4 hours. Will remain open. So it just opens. Again, I want to confirm. Yesterday was November 16th as of the vault. That's what it said in there. So today's November 17th. I set it for 9 a.m. aka an hour in advance. Theoretically. I don't really want to waste steps, but I feel like we've been so step rich lately that whatever. Also, it's interesting that you set it for like 9 a.m. It's still not even there yet, that's why. For someone who was waiting around for time to pass yesterday, you think I would have realized how long this would take. But yeah, soon it'll be 9. And then we can go there. I'm not gonna go in the mansion, but yeah, we're already gonna be running out of steps, so this might be like a bedroom-focused run. I am unfortunately out of my coffee. That makes sense. It's been quite a while. I had a look though. I guess we can just walk back again and then I'll go through my notes some more. Is there anything else that we've learned in the meantime? Like, there's plenty of things we've learned, but how much is going to be relevant? One thing I need to do is look for bolded words, because apparently that's relevant. Which is kind of scary. The idea. It's kind of mentioned a lot in the music pages, so... So yes, I have all the notes here from the classroom. I'm going through. Just kind of scrolling through. Notes from the library book we drafted. There was nothing really too interesting in there, but it did give us information about some rooms that we didn't know. I still don't understand excuse me, how the pump room affects the greenhouse in the kitchen. Like the kitchen, it just turns off the sink, right? But is that supposed to do anything? Sorry, this is not the most intriguing of content, but we are kind of just playing a waiting game at the moment. Oh, I forgot time freezes, I think, when you're in that mode. Apologies. We'll wait around a bit more. That's probably why, again. Because I was in that pause menu a little bit, why it's taking so long. We have to find out who Mr. Roota is. Roota? The one thing that's lacking in my knowledge, and I think this is probably the most important thing, is the staff of the house. We know Anne Babbage's is the housekeeper. And then we know that the groundskeeper, his name is Mr. Ravane, and he was fired prior to us being here. Please. Hartley is like the main butler who is now retired. There's still some file cabinet keys, I think, which concerns me. What's in here? The 3 of you are down there. I don't understand what that letter's supposed to mean. There are 3 cots here. Can you just please open? It shouldn't work if that's it though, right? Because it's 9 a.m. now, isn't it? I'm so tilted. In the vault yesterday, it said November 16th. It seems like that thing just works. And by works, I mean you can like set the time whenever. I'm gonna do this again. We're kind of throwing this run away, and that's okay. We're allowed to have like some mediocre runs, I feel. Even though I'm trying to get the most squeeze out of every run. So I guess we don't even need to go into that next room, I guess. It's like 9:20. And it should be open for 4 hours. So I expected that thing to like magically swing open. And it did not. So what then? I'm kind of upset. I didn't like expect this necessarily to work, but I kinda did, and now I just don't know what to do with this. I wanted to say, that doesn't work, dummy. You can't do that because that's the time right now. So that would be like next year on November 16th. Would it not be? I don't get it. I truly do not understand what I'm missing. This game's making me feel smart a lot of ways. But right now I feel real dumb. Like, shouldn't it say no, it doesn't work? If this is the correct time. Must be at least 1 hour in advance. Whatever. We've bungled around in here enough. I think we're gonna set it for theoretically tomorrow at 8 a.m. and then maybe we can draft this tomorrow and try this again and it'll just be open. And for some reason it doesn't open in front of you. Like, maybe that's the thing I'm missing, is like you need to have it set the day before, and it just doesn't imply that enough, because it says it needs to be set 1 hour in advance, which means you can theoretically just wait out the dang hour, could you not? That's what I was trying to do. So now we've lost many steps, and we've not even entered the house. I'm getting rid of this pantry because I'm so sick of seeing them. I'm gonna be real. I'm not even gonna go in. Let's go reading nook because it's a new room. Pick up the key. We also need keys. And then we definitely take library. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Magnifying glass as well. Okay, if we go back to the lobby, we should check that initial letter. Okay, so we can ask for a new thing now. Okay, so the fixed stars is what's in the observatory. This is a bad book to take. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington is probably just like lore of the area. Maybe this might be good for like learning about the country we're in. Swimbird is good for lore of like the that's your mom's book right there. History of Orindia, same thing. Caleb Manning, this is actually huge. For the same reason that this you might learn about like the world, you also learn about Orindia, which is a country in this world. And you also learn of Marion Marigold through the fact that Caleb was her mentor and apparently was of like a different faction, and I think he got like disappeared as a result of that. So I'm more curious in this one. I still kind of am weirdly curious about the pump system user manual because it's like we have been messing with the pump a lot, but that feels like lower priority because we kind of have succeeded in a lot of ways. So I, Simon P. Jones, request History of Orindia. Number 124. All right. We got an H room, bath bat. We don't need to go up there. Reading. I think this will be good, the library. We'll see how good it'll be though. Early conference room's pretty good, especially in this position, because we can get a dead end room to our right. I feel like prioritizing dead end rooms might make some sense. Checking the table for resources. Again, we need steps, but not direly. Billiards is keys. Keys are good. Items are good. Unfortunately, we do not get the boost here. I think we maybe take closet just to get out of the pool. Because it's not even a door. We don't need... at least this is a door. Key gem. It's pretty good. They also have the pictures in there. I feel like every room has the pictures except for like maybe the hallways. I don't know. I'm curious. It might be hallway time. Actually, it might be commissary. I think easy commissary here. But we should be taking hallways soon for sure, because they're gonna flood the pool. One way or another. Sleeping mask, metal detector, shovel. This is kind of a crazy... it would be great to take the metal detector and salt shaker, but I think I don't know, do we take shovel? Shovel hasn't been paying out very well. I mean, we got a key last run. And like I said, a key's worth like kind of like 8 to me. We also haven't drafted any green rooms. I don't know if we will be drafting green rooms is the thing. We're definitely drafting bedrooms is kind of my thinking here. And maybe we do just take salt shaker, because we haven't gotten any food yet, but maybe we can find some. And then if we get more money, we can buy shovel next. Yeah. We'll do that. And there might be food in the nook that we didn't go to, the pantry, I should say. Okay, we have no money, but we can probably get some economy going. Got a dead end here, or corridor, or kitchen. Kitchen commissary is not the greatest, but it is a door. It'll leave us with 1 gem, which is okay, but not great. I think kitchen, because we have the salt shaker. We're not gonna go in there though. There's no reason necessarily to go in there immediately, because we don't have money. Is there food in here? Sometimes it's on the table to the next, so you can't see it. Actually, because there's money in here, we should go in here. Not quite enough for the shovel. We do get our food. We can have a salted apple. None of these rooms are really good, but we do need a gem, so I think we take the den. I shouldn't say none of these rooms are good. The den is good. The den is basically always good, which is why we use it like almost immediately every run. If we can upgrade the den, it would be insane. Okay, this is a good hallway. We take that. Because the doors aren't necessarily going to be locked, especially on the west wing. Unlike what this card says. Which is fun. Let's get this dead end. Parlor for gems. Early laboratory is pretty good. Gotta remember parlor and bedroom are facing left. Maybe we go back into the den after this. They're all facing left, for the record, but I think you want early laboratory and you try to make something cool happen. Especially because this room is kind of rare. and theoretically we can find the boiler room or something. I wonder how many rooms we're still missing. I guess I could go look, but... Okay, what are the rewards, I guess is what you should look for. Permanently add 1 gold to your allowance, spread dirt on the driveway, gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. Next 3 times you open a lock trunk. Does that include if I smash them open with a sledgehammer? Not that I have one. When you draft a hallway from another hallway, while drafting, if you draw a drawing room floor plan. Well, I only have 1 drawing room. And I don't trust that I'm going to find many trunks. So I think we have to draft hallway from hallway, which is not necessarily good, but we do have hallway potential. Which might be a good or bad thing. Do we take the easy 1 gold to allowance choice? We don't have a shovel for dirt. Gain 3 gold doesn't really intrigue me. I've been so flooded with gold on so many of these runs that I don't really care. I'd rather just have some allowance if we can make it happen. I don't think it's going to happen very often. But this is why you get laboratory early, so you can like make the weird things happen. It is kind of insane that my first lab experiment popped off so hard. Free apple is pretty good as well. This definitely applies to this. So if we find the boiler room, I gotta do this mental math. Not that it's necessarily math, but I gotta figure out what it's trying to say. I did say maybe we go back into the den. Because I'm not sweating it on steps. And apparently that was a pretty bad choice, but at least we can get rid of the chapel here. That is the bright side. Not great. Don't want guest bedroom. Don't really want the patio because it's gonna not do anything for us. It's wasting our gem basically. So I think we maybe just take corridor. In fact, this is the boon we're getting for us. So we have to take this. So now we get an allowance at the very least. And a door. And hey, we can even do it again. So that's not too shabby. At the very least, we got a little benefit from the experiment. Not that I'm expecting much more. Trying to think of how I want to do this. Oh my god, we can do it again. And I'm not too against doing this again, honestly, because this West Wing Hall is gonna... It's like one of the only places it's gonna appear, right? Along the edge here. Kind of a crazy hallway, but it's giving us plenty of access. We probably don't want to keep going deep like this, though, unfortunately. But at least this west side is less locked, usually. Okay. So maybe this is time we turn around. I think we do that. I think we focus on how deep we go and be careful about it. Oh, we can do it again. Okay, we don't necessarily need to do it again, though. This is might be the play here, because we have a door above us to the next square anyway. Oh, apologies. I hit the mic. I hit your ears. Okay. Gems and dirt piles. I quite like the courtyard. I'm glad we upgraded it. Let's go this way. South. And then we have a door here as well. If we take parlor, boudoir's gem, parlor is 2 gems if you do it right. This is gem and keys and money. I want the storeroom, don't get me wrong, but we could get the storeroom after the parlor. I think we do this for the door. And then we also get a little coin pouch, which is very nice because we're working towards a shovel now. And then let's look over this boxes. This box and the white box are both empty. Okay, so it's likely... I can't say it's likely true or empty or false. This box and the blue box are both empty. So these two are both saying the same thing. They could both be right. The other two statements have identical wording. They do not. Which means this one's false. Which means these two are empty. Which means it's in the black box. Easy. I like how they're slowly turning it up. I'm curious as to when we're gonna lose. Alright. I was kind of hoping for a dead end. And I mean, the spare room is a dead end if we do it that way. The guest bedroom, of course, is a dead end. We are low on steps. Maybe we just take that so we don't see it ever again. Because security's doors, and we're wasting basically both doors if we do that. And we don't necessarily want to use the gem if we don't have to. And sometimes guest bedroom has an item in it. It looks like there is one. It's a key card. Look at that. Oh yeah, we have the sleeping mask as well, so it's not too bad. All things considered. So now we can go back to the courtyard. See what we can make happen here. Really would love to buy the shovel. Rumpus room. It's a door as well. We don't necessarily need that door though. We could get rid of some of these things. Like we could get the lavatory out of here, but that's not necessarily a common room. The chapel is the common room, but lavatory is a bad room. I do want the rumpus room, but like I said, it's just kind of a wasting of a door, if you know what I mean, because it's leading to the spot with the kitchen. We're gonna take lavatory. I don't know, this might be a mistake or something. Oh, there's even a lucky item in here. Oh, there's in fact many items in here. Lucky rabbit's foot, which we don't get too often. Some more money, which is great. We got some investment, and we got a map? What the heck? Is it saying I gotta do this? What does my map look like in comparison? I think that's the kitchen spot. Where's that map? Where's that map at? Where's that map at? Okay. So, okay, I was gonna say, where's my mouse? It's in this square, and it wants to go through here, and go through here, and through here. I can't do that, though. If it starts in the third quadrant of the bottom right, then I've already lost, because of the commissary. So I need to go up through here. Also, I forgot about the shelter effect. Oh well. It's not too upsetting. I was trying to min-max it a lot last run, although it's probably gonna screw me a little bit now later. I'm sure we'll see more red rooms. I mean, all things considered, this is probably the best lavatory we've ever had, even though that map turned out to be not great. Do we want to use any of the keys on the doors up here? I'm thinking no. I think we go back to the commissary and kitchen. We utilize the steps we have now, and we go buy the shovel. And then we can come back here later and start digging. And then we can go... Yeah, we have to kind of go back to the entrance, but it's fine. I think no matter what, I can keep entering this room now. Yeah. Because of the shelter. Which again, I don't want to think about too hard because it's upsetting me that I didn't get the time lock safe. Through the library, through the conference room, to the commissary. Now we're once again looking a little low on steps, but that's just kind of how it is. Buy the shovel, then actually maybe we should have bought the metal detector. Yeah, we probably should have in hindsight. I don't know, it wouldn't necessarily pay for itself. Okay, oh, we do have salt, so bananas are rather enticing. We gotta keep that in mind. Salted bananas. Can't get enough of them. Let's do billiard room. See what we get here. I don't know if it spawns money unless you have the metal detector. I mean, sometimes it does, clearly, but I think the metal detector increases it. Okay. 5 plus 2 is 7. Times 2 is 14. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 divided by 4 is 4, divided by 2 is 2, divided by 1 is 2. Give me those keys, and we continue, please. These are not great rooms. We do have a courtyard, so at least we're gonna get a gem back. We need the door, so patio it is. And we have a shovel now, so. Only 1 dirt. Found a brick. Okay, we use it. We are in key territory now. Both security and aquarium are good here. Trying to think of the min-maxing of it now. Security we can reduce. We do have a key card, right? We do. We can actually, yeah, we definitely get security then. Aquarium's good. We increase security now, so we see more of those doors. There are 3 gems out there, apparently. That's a good system. I don't quite understand what the other one does, but I think you have to turn the power off in the place. Hey, get a gem. We kind of have like a very similar plan here, which is fun. Like a symmetrical plan going. I think we finally maybe take the storeroom. We don't need the keys though. We could take the bedroom. We have 3 doors. It does, but they require keys, you know? I don't remember what the star is. It's not necessarily bad. Really wish I could... You know what? I feel like we're probably going to be coming through this area a lot. This is going to be like a choke point. I'm going to do my same convincing, and we'll do bedroom here. Because we do need steps. We're going to get some steps from the sleep mask. And it's a door. And we don't necessarily need to go in, but we can for free. So we get some car keys. Go back to this door, because we can. Unfortunately, I mean, no, it's fine. We can take the archives later. I think we take the walk-in closet and just get a bunch of items. It's that or bunk room, of course, which is not too bad either. I wish we found nursery. If it was nursery, I might have taken it. We don't see walk-in closet too often. Coupon book is huge. We can go back and buy bananas now. Oh, we have a vault key. And a gem. Got our gem back. Trying to think of, do we go back for some bananas? We don't need to, but we should probably soon. It is sort of the thing, like the further you go in, the harder it is to get back. And I don't really want to spend the money because I'd rather buy the thing. You know what? We can go in this room for free. Once again. We draft. I was even thinking maybe we'll see Rumpus Room. Dark Room not good, even with the red thing, I don't want it. Pool room, we've had enough it's not that we had enough pool rooms, but we've had plenty of pool rooms. We've only seen the Rumpus Room once. And that's where the one dude is. And we get money out of it. So it does justify us going back now. Especially with the bedroom here. That was a pretty clutch bedroom, it turned out. Like as clutch as you might expect or something, I don't know. Oh, is this the treasure map though? It is, but I kind of messed it. I don't know if it's gonna be it's gonna work. Time to start digging. It does just work. Okay, I thought you had to make the path that it presented. But that's fine. I'm glad. I didn't want to have to do that anyway. Dang, we're digging for a while. We're going deep. Coffers of Mount Holly, one of the lost. Oh my, 25 gold, 3 gems, plus 8 investment. We got our money back. We got another vault. Okay, we need to find the vault. And we also need that expensive shop now too. Holy crap. Well, after the vault, theoretically. Crazy. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. Is it gonna be another cutscene? Let's see.
And as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
Yeah, I guess.
The image is becoming clear.
Like a car accident?
I see the darkened cloud of ruin
But this is like the future.
to us both. Now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes
8.
resting upon 8 pedestals.
Oh, what? You gotta find these pedestals?
In these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands.
Oh my. Well, we found number 4.
8 letters of which you will only ever find and read 7.
Wow. Of course.
Just like the art
Oh?
hanging on the walls of these rooms.
Right. Crown and Crow, it's L or N.
Letter missing.
Yep. What about it?
What you have heard here has been foreseen.
There is a letter missing. Okay, so that's the hint to the pictures.
Until the
And also the existence of the red envelopes, which we've never heard anything of prior to this.
to say.
Cool. We gotta get this Rumpus Room more often. It's definitely quite instructive, to say the least. That's not the room. Not the letter here. We got Stage and Stag. Okay, time to go back. Time to draft, and then we go back. We gotta see what we're dealing with, I feel like. And it's not gonna get any necessarily better or worse. And I think this is the perfect, like, most perfect archives we could ever ask for, because this is the last red room, so this is not going to curse us. The last red room of the 3 shelter red rooms. And that gives us doors to every other spot on the map, like, for that until, and allowing us north as well. You know what I mean? We have access to all those spots in front of us with this. And we don't necessarily need another hallway. We're, like, flooding our deck with it, like I said. Which was good, definitely, for this experiment. In fact, the experiment might not even be over. We could go over there and find more, but... for the moment, we definitely go back We have so much money. We go back. We buy some nanners. We buy the metal detector for sure, because that's going to spawn more money and keys as we go. I believe that's how that works. It must increase the chances a little, right? I was looking at my steps like, oh no, I only have 10. Was the morning room good? I think it was a door, at the very least. We both have coupon book and club sandwich, so coupon book and salt. So this is gonna be 16 for 7, which is the best it's ever gonna be, but it's still not amazing in my opinion, because this is 1 for 4. We have 20 gold left over. And we're gonna get more for sure. If we find the vault, then we'll be sitting pretty, especially because we have 2 vault keys. Okay. Now we go back to the archives. And we'll have the most beautiful archives that ever existed. We went from almost 10 steps to 54, more than you start with. We go locksmith here because we have plenty of gems. It's a dead end. We could buy more keys with it, and we don't need the door. Do we need to enter it? We probably buy the lockpick, right? Okay, so that might answer my question of, because I have the advanced lockpick in the coat check, I can't buy it here. I could just spend all my money here. Let's buy the special key. We don't necessarily need to buy the other keys. I think this is the first time we bought this special key. Why is it taking so long to get a key? It's just a silver key too. It's not necessarily bad. Could spend 11 to get 3 more keys. We will need keys, I'm sure. We have so many steps we don't need to buy right now. That's my logic there. Especially because we have a key card. So we will be taking curses now, so dark room is not necessarily good. Whoa, boiler room. I just realized, I thought this was just like the pump room. Power source. We have to take this. And then we need a path to the right. Because it is like rare. That's what these 3 lights mean, I think. I have a feeling this is just gonna be a big puzzle room. Oh, something's boiling now. Oh my. And this one's blocked off. What does this valve do? Oh my gosh. Well, whatever it is, I turned on those pipes. 1 red unit and whatever this pipe is that goes up to this door. Wait, what the heck? I can't... Do I have to make my way over there? Because I can't get to the... Oh, there is no other door here. I thought there would be for some reason. What the heck do you do here? What is this? Okay. So that activates the bridge. This pipe right here. What does this activate? Whatever this is at the top. Is there a way to have... No, not really. Like this pipe lined up. Not with this valve piece. I guess we should see all the possibilities. This does nothing because we have no steam. Oh. Oh, can we change the timing of it? Maybe. I don't like that the way it did that. Okay, well, it worked. Okay, we have even more steamage now. What does that mean for us? Okay. I hope you don't have to do this every time, because holy... Alright, we got even more steam now. What about over here? Does this open? It does appear that is slowly opening. What about over here? Okay, we need to activate it. This is also a pipe here. Where's that feeding to? The door. What does that mean, though? Do I want to activate this door? Let's not hit that door yet. But we do have access to the doors theoretically now. All of them. What does that really accomplish, though? Okay, so we don't need this anymore. But the question is, what do we need otherwise? What does this red thing do? Well, both of them are blue now. I don't know what that means. I guess all three of them are blue. If I were to go... What does this accomplish? Steam going into it. This is off now because I need to turn it on. With this valve. Is there a way to open up this bridge forever? It doesn't really look like it. I need to have this unit going with the blue. It seems like these blue you can only turn on one at a time. Okay, so what does this accomplish for us? Good thing the steps don't apply within the room because I am kind of going around in circles right now. We got 2. We need 3. So what does that mean for us? Oh, that's 3 right there. Okay. So this door doesn't open unless it's powered, I think, is partly what we're learning. What is this powering, though? Utility room that's serving as central hub for controlling the heating steam power supply to various rooms. Steam power is conveyed in the state through steam ducts that run through select rooms. These floor plans must be drafted in alignment that will facilitate the steam traveling through the house to reach its intended destination. Are you kidding me? I have to point this at the other rooms? Okay, let me look at the drafting book notes I took. The boiler room. From room to room. So it's looking for laboratory, garage, furnace, and pump room. But we can't get pump room. We could get laundry room. Laundry room's another one. We can't get garage because we're not against the west wall. We've already used laboratory really early, which leaves furnace. Yeah, we don't necessarily want furnace, but we can take a look onto the west door, I suppose. And we want this in the center, I suppose, as well. And this will be the moment of truth. We don't want to use a special key here. No. Ballroom. Whenever you enter the ballroom, set your diamonds, your gems to 2. Well, we could function with this for sure. And it is a guaranteed door forward. Secret passage is good, but it's not what we're looking for. Why is it green? I guess it's just bright for some reason. Weight room's also like really low-key pretty good here, but I don't want to lose my steps. We gotta mess with the ballroom. I think it's every time I go in there, right? So, well, like, not that it matters, but theoretically it means I can draft in here, lose some gems, then go into the ballroom and get them back. Okay, what else can we do here now? I still don't know what this red box does. Maybe it's just nothing. Maybe it's just a red herring. Like communism. And then we just do this. Because I don't think we're like trying to power anything. Oh, but we do need to power this now. Dang it! Oh, okay, so it's just gotta be powered one of the ways? Is that how that works? I'm curious. Let's test that out. Because I think that's for bridge. I believe this does functionally nothing. That gets that going. As well as door, yeah, so that's what we're looking for. Except now we can't get back up easily. Dang it! Oh, we can do it this way. Oh, that doesn't even work the way we want it, because then it cuts off that way. Well, you know what? Okay, it allows me to test my theory here. My theory is this. I just want to see if only one needs to be open. And then we do this. And then I guess we just turn this. That should work. And now it's open again. But if I turn it off, it's not. Right. Yeah, I don't know how to get funky with it otherwise. I think it's just like you have multiple options to open up that door. They don't want you to have to use both of them. I was just curious if you do use both of them, what that entails, if that does anything. But because you can't have this bridge open at the same time, kind of messes with that idea. We need a room to the right. And I think because of that, we're going to use a silver key here. And then I guess we take Chamber of Mirrors, because that's also a room we've never seen before. We just got 3 rooms we've never seen before in a row. Oh, great. What? What do you mean, bro? What? Do I have to enter it from another direction now? I think that's what that means. Which means this whole quadrant's now cut off, if so. Unless I can enter it from the left and it opens up some stuff. Because I'm not going to be able to get to the other way. Oh my god. I see how this room functions now. So, that's a bit of a waste. So is this boiler room. It's functionally did nothing for us except for kind of instruct how this game works. I hope these contraptions are still functioning next time I play. Or next time we find this room. Actually, let's go to the archive before. And maybe we can draft a gem room before we even step in there. Oh, I forgot. That's kind of what this means, eh? I don't want any of these rooms. So I suppose we take Billiard's dead end. And take the keys within. That mirror is turning out to be not very nice for us. Uh, 12 and 18 is 30. Minus 10 is 20. Minus 11 is 9. 10. Minus 1, minus 4 is 5, minus 2 is 3. Times 2 is 6. Times 1 is 6. 20. Times 2 is 40. Divided by 2 is 20. I don't know why I even did that. Divided by 4 is 5. Divided by 5 is 1. Should have seen that one coming, maybe. Give me them keys. Okay, we're in weird spots now. In that maybe it's time we walk all the way around. Which is not terrible because there's a bedroom at least, but like we do have to go all the way around. Make sure we have keys along the way for sure. 15 gold. What are we doing with that? What was in here that we could buy? Keys. I think we just buy the keys because we can. And it's cheaper because of the coupon, and then we theoretically could buy another key there, but I think 7 is enough. I'm upset by the Chamber of Mirrors. I want to go into the ballroom, but I don't see the reason yet, and I want to see what's in these West Wing Hall rooms as well. So we make the long trek backwards through the kitchen, commissary, bedroom, security area over here. Nothing to buy here again. Glazed salmon's looking for aquarium. Yeah. Which we passed up earlier, but it's fine. And there's nothing in here anymore, right? Yeah. We can't buy... Oh no. So we can buy the metal detector, but we can't buy the lock picks. So there is some items you can only... There's only one that's allowed to be on the map at a time. And it seems like lockpicks is one of them. Because theoretically, lockpicks is already on the map. It's just in the coat check. So... Not gonna walk in the chapel out of spite. Now we go through our long hallway section and determine what we do at the end. Oh, there's a gem in the courtyard now too. Is there not? Oh, we can dig at least. There should be a gem in the courtyard. Well, at least we got some money out of it. Spread gem in each gold room. Oh, it's because we have the conference room. I didn't look at it. Damn. We missed it. We missed a gem on the table. That's unfortunate. It's not that big of a deal, especially now that we have ballroom. Wasn't necessarily a waste of a step because we got money out of it too. What does the breaker box accomplish for us again? It does a weird second function now, but I can't remember what. Well, at the very least, I guess we can turn off / on the lights in certain areas. If we take that, I guess guest bedroom is also decent. It's not good, but it gets it out of the pool. No, it doesn't, because we have the the chamber of mirrors, and that's partly why we're in this predicament. We don't necessarily need the steps anymore. Oops, hit the mic again. Let's check out the utility closet, because I don't know what's accomplishing for us anymore. Like, we could go through this whole song and dance again, but do we really want to? That opened up the mine, did it not? So we don't need to do it again. I don't want to do it again. So I guess it doesn't do a whole lot for us. Another hallway would be nice, maybe. I guess veranda's not bad. Because we could get another courtyard. Although that said, we're gonna be out of gems. Which almost says I should have went all the way back and go through the ballroom now. How many steps we got? Can we do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, free, 16. I mean, we can do it. Our run is almost over anyway. Let's see what's in the veranda. We take veranda, we see what's in there. There's a gem on the table. There's also a sledgehammer. Okay, we're getting real min-maxy with it. We're gonna walk all the way back around, and also don't make a mistake because we don't have steps to mess with. Don't need to go through the chapel this time. look on the conference room table this time. There's another gem. Although, if we take him, then we're losing our opportunity with the ballroom. We're not coming back here, I don't think. Damn, if I took those... I should have taken these gems along the way. If I knew that, then I would have just went straight and saved all those steps. I'm only back here because I didn't take those gems. And now it doesn't matter. Quite literally doesn't matter. So I'm leaving them on the table to show symbolically how upset I am. Alright, here's our free steppers, thankfully. Decent bedroom for sure. Now we go north and through the boiler room into the ballroom. Quite nice in here. Oh, wait, these are the last pieces of music that we need. Now the question is, what do we do with all this? It might be time for me to actually do this homework now and put these pieces together among other things. Also, I forgot to use the magnifying glass on the front room stamp. That's not that big of a deal. Clara and Simon. Take a screenshot of that. Well, kind of a boring room otherwise, but we did get 2 gems out of it, even if we had to go the long way around many times to do it. There's the morning room. And unfortunately, we're leaving the sledgehammer behind if we're doing this. I think we're doing it. I mean, drawing room is good too. Maybe we just take drawing room. We don't need the gems. And then we get a free gem by stepping in here anyway. Do we want to waste the steppers? We don't have enough steps unless we draft a bedroom to do everything. So let's just go in here. A little late for the sledgehammer, but it's okay. A lot of dig spots at least. Oh, I didn't realize the gem... Oh, it doesn't proc metal detector. What do we... Oh, it's a penny on the floor, of course. Okay, now we need a big... This is the reason why we got drawing room, is because we need a good room here. None of these are great rooms. They're not bad. Surely I won't get a dead end. I guess we take the other patio, I suppose. This run's basically over. I don't know what we're looking for. We got an apple at least, a salted apple. Some more money. Big dining room here, even though we don't need the footsteps. I want to see the other side of the glass. The mirror. Truthfully, I do not expect this to matter. Also, what is this one again? Oh, do we have the gem? I don't think we do. No. But whatever, it's a diamond. Back at 2. Why is there a diamond out of a Sloppy Joe? I'm not too concerned about the steps. but at least allows us to maybe do something else in between all this nonsense we're doing. Wait, that opened up that? Oh my god, we can go back over there. Okay, well, I'm glad we got more steps. Let's continue. Apparently there's probably a penny on the floor. We take pool room for the door. Oh, many pennies. Unfortunately, the pump room is not where the boiler room is pointing. Because I feel like that's what it is. You have to point the boiler room in one of the three ways, one of the three doors, and then it'll receive power, whatever that means. And if that is the case, that's pretty crazy. We can't even get the music room now, I realize. Ugh. I guess we take pump room. Yeah, so the pump room has vents either from this way or this way, so it's implying if the door is right next to it, then it'll work. We're getting some stuff out of this room at least, but I don't think it matters. I think this run is over. Many gems. Yeah, and I think it'll power up this thing, which will allow us to do something with this. Let's drain the pool again. And leave it drained. How do we do that? Pool is 6. Well, at least it's not that hard for me to set up anymore, and I'm not going to mess with it too much longer until I find a reason to drain the greenhouse or kitchen again, which I don't think there is one. Aquarium, we got the hints that were there. I don't think there's ever a reason to drain it again as long as you have the hint. And then it's the question about the reservoir and what that possibly means. But I think it requires us to have the pump room to figure that one out. So at the very least, if we drain the pool, we can reverse engineer draining the fountain again, if we want to. I mean, if we want to, but if we find access to the basement, you know, somehow. Maybe that's what the foundation is. Maybe I should have taken that one run. So we can drain the pool entirely, get the money for future runs anytime we get the pool. And then we can go back to the fountain, and we can even throw a bunch of money in there, I think, and then have that for future runs next time we drain the pool, or drain the fountain. Seems like a bit of a convoluted strat, but I think that's kind of the intended idea. Okay, so suddenly we have 28 steps again. We can go back through the Chamber of Mirrors path. Through the ballroom. Thankfully, the drawing room kind of united the paths. I stepped in there. Don't need to. Why do I have the +1 symbol stuck there? Also, we cannot draft anymore. We're completely done. I don't guess that doesn't need to be said, but I'm saying it anyway. There's no drawings in here. What do you do when there's no drawings in the room? Same with this room. Chamber of Mirrors. So I have to go back up the elevator. I don't know which is the fastest, easiest way of doing this. I guess it's probably just having the bridge path. I guess the elevator's not too bad. Okay, so this mirror is open now. And that's the problem, because we cannot get access over there. But if we did, we'd have 2 buttons. I'm intrigued by the chamber. It seems like if you can get to 3 doors, you might be able to solve the room. Maybe that's not true. But yeah, I think this run is over. Let me think if there's anything else we can cheese. We got some good allowance out of the hallways. And then now I think we just go back to the front. We have a lot of items. We're just gonna go this way because there's the bedroom along this path. This was an okay run. We learned some things, especially because of Alzara there, which was nice. Although that wasn't extremely pertinent information, it was new information. There's 7 of 8 red letters that we need to collect, along with pillars. But I don't know if the pillars necessarily matter if you have to find them. And then it gave a hint at the drawings. We can pick up these gems now, considering there's many here. Oh my god, there's so many here. Why are they double stacked like that? And then we'll have a new library tomorrow, so we'll get a new book, at least. Look, I finally did it. The White Sea of Yore, Morajai. We'll take a screenshot of this, but I don't know how relevant it's gonna be. But I think it gives us information about the world, at the very least. And then... oh, you can only do 1 per run? Okay, I see. That's okay. So I guess at the start of every run, I'll donate $1 from now on. Sucks that we didn't get the vault. We didn't get much of anything, really. We got, like, a lot of resources and nothing to spend it on. It's starting to get to the point where, like, I need particular drafts to make things work. And these hallways aren't necessarily going to help. I think that means I have 3 hallways for tomorrow, which is not, again, bad, but it's not good. Because we need more interesting rooms. This chamber of mirrors... this is, like, the most confounding room so far, because you want to get it early, so then you can have access to all the areas, theoretically, from other spots. Like, that's already hard enough to work with. And then it's gonna kind of curse your draft, because you're gonna start getting rooms that you might already have, might not want. Like, I chose specifically archives so because I didn't want to see it again, and then all of a sudden I'm getting archives in the drafts again, and it's like, oh great. Yeah, not great. The Blessing of the Chef has been helping a lot for us to do these little minor things at the end of runs. We need to get that code check to get our lockpicks out of here, otherwise Locksmith is kind of a really bad room. But yes, I think it's time we call it a day. Not the longest of days, not the most accomplished of days. We did learn things, and that's all you want to say, right? What's in this room again, the shelter? We gotta make sure. We can go back, in fact, and make sure that this is going to be set to quote-unquote tomorrow at 8 a.m. and then maybe we'll get another shelter. Because I don't mind, it's not a bad room. The red effects, you know. And then it means chapel's not actually a bad room either. And I need to kind of internalize that So again, I look at this date from the vault that we took yesterday, said November 17th, which would mean today's 18th or 17th. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The screenshot here says Monday, November 16th. That was taken yesterday, which means today is the 17th. And tomorrow is the 18th. That's how that works. That's time. And then 8 a.m. is the time you wake up in this game. So it'll be open for 4 hours. You know what it is? It probably is like, oh, you opened it for 1 hour in advance, and I set it for like 9, and it was like 8:32 or something like that, right? So it probably set it in the future. There's no warning, so it probably set me a year in advance. So if I was a little more patient, I probably could have just made it work if I set it for 10 o'clock and just waited around. But I was already losing my mind waiting around. And here I am, waiting around some more. Okay, we're going to set it for 18th, 8 a.m. Huh. So after our whole run, we're at 6 radiation. I don't know what that means. Is it red rooms maybe give you radiation? But it would give us immunity, would it not? I don't know what else would give radiation. Maybe the pump room and boiler room. Okay, well, we're calling it a day. Our allowance is 15 now. We can definitely throw a penny away at the start of every run and feel good about it. And then we'll see about where this goes. Maybe we'll find another treasure map. This was a decent run overall. Yeah, let's call it a day. Call it a day. Call it a day. My delay is a little. As the day goes on, like past an hour, there's a little hint of a delay. I've mentioned this before, but it definitely adds to me. Garden Jigsaw House. I don't know what that means. 3 puzzle rooms, I guess. Because there's only 2 normally, but I got a second billiard room. It's not bad, not good, but it's fun, as always. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, folks.